Hey everybody, welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm. Today is the day we're going to let you know what we named our new Anatolian Shepherd puppy. And he's sitting here waiting for us in the background. We're going to take you through a couple of, what do you want to call it? Something that Rachel does with him every day. She kind of takes him, or multiple times a day. She takes him around the perimeter of the small pasture, puts him on a leash. His previous owner pretty much had him leash trained already.
Yes.
So far, Rachel's been putting the leash on him. He's got a collar on and kind of leads him around the perimeter of the fence, kind of lets him know his territory. And she takes him up to the goats, and you know, he gets a little bit hyper sometimes when he sees the goats because he just wants their attention. He wants to bond with them. And we'll get into that in a little bit, but we got a funny story to share with you. The first night that we had him here, it was a little bit of a surprise, and I'll let Rachel tell it here in a little bit. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go put the leash on him and walk him around the perimeter, and then we are going to feed the goats, and we're going to get his bowl and feed him pretty close to the goats. And a lot of people want to know what we do for tick and parasite and flea prevention for the puppies and the dogs, because you can't really give a puppy hardly any of the injectables or the oral medication or the flea collar, stuff like that. It's very, very dangerous for them.
Yes.
So we got a friend that has come through with a product that I think you guys will like to try for your animals, and we'll get into that a little bit too. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to go introduce you to Liske, and we'll get more into the name here in just a minute.
How you say that?
Liske. Liske. You know, boy, you ready to be on YouTube, buddy? So guys, Liske is 13 weeks old. He is right at 40 pounds, and he's a giant. Well, you know, bud. So the kids cannot stand it because they're not able to come out here and interact with him a lot. We do bring him out here and just let him smell on him and let him kind of pet him just a little bit. But we don't want him to get too bonded to us or the kids or humans right now. The main goal from right now is to get him bonded to what he's going to be guarding is goats. And yes, he's got some toys in here because right now he's super bored. The goats are kind of scared of him. They're a little skittish of him. He's not mean to them. He don't chase them or anything like that, but he does try to keep up with them. And they don't really want him around right now, so they're still trying to get used to him. He's a total different color than what Daisy was. Whole different scent than what Daisy is. And that's what they were used to, was Daisy. And this is a whole new dog, so. But so far it's been working out good. What is this, day number?
This is only day number 3.
Day number 3 since we brought him here to the farm.
I've tried to have a routine just the last couple, actually 2 full days is what he's been here. And we may make some adjustments. You know, I'm brand new at this, so.
Brand new dog trainer right here.
Yeah. I am looking to some other people for some advice, and we probably will adjust several different things. We're Liske.
So
he's been really well behaved though. Like today, I mean, I've been supervising him all day. I've been, if I'm not outside, I've been watching him through the window, and he's actually on a security camera also. So the goats are still a little skittish of him, and he really wants to just be in the middle of them. So he has laid out there in the grass quite a bit and just sat down. You want a belly rub? He's just sat down and just watched them. And basically all day yesterday, they did run a lot from him. They stayed in the corners as far as they could away from him, which was concerning to us because he did start to want to run. He didn't really chase them, but he ran towards them.
Running to keep up with them because they were running.
But it scared them.
Right.
So he wasn't chasing them or being aggressive in any way. He just wanted to be with them.
And we can show them here in a minute what we did to kind of
combat that a little bit.
Well, yeah, to cut the area down, because right now they're on an acre field, and you know the goats, they can just run all over and all that. And we actually set up a pen over here by the barn, which is a very small pen. It's our little corral that we use to work the goats. And I'll get into more of that when Rachel tells her story. But first, I think we're going to take him for a little walk, and then we'll fill you in on the funny story from the first night here on the farm. You ready to go for a walk, buddy?
Now he is I mean, he's leash trained. He started to be leash trained. This is the trickiest part because he wants to, he thinks I'm playing when I hook it on there. Good boy. Okay, you ready to go for a walk? You ready to go for a walk? Huh? Come on.
Ready, Liske?
See?
Good boy.
He does pretty good.
Yep.
And this is super important. This is something we're going to work out every single day.
Grab this GoPro. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to walk the whole fence line all the way around. It's just a big square. All the way down by the pig pens. All the way back to where we started. Okay, so now we made our round. And you can see the goats are getting more and more comfortable. Like we said, this is day 3. And you can't expect the goats to be just accept him with open arms, you might say, because he is a dog and they are naturally scared of anything, you know, that's not a goat. Even when a new chicken comes over here, they start acting kind of weird and all that. But I want to show you the little setup that we have. This was our corral that we keep all the goats in when we're trying to work them. And first, I'll show you guys this, but I want Rachel to come over here and tell the story of the first night with Liske.
Oh.
So what happened? So we were both stressed out, trying to sleep, and Rachel couldn't sleep, so she got up at like 4:30 in the morning.
No, it was more like 4.
Whatever.
Yeah, I could not sleep a wink. I think it was Saturday night. The first night we brought him home. So I finally just got up and I'm like, I'm just going to go check him. Well, then I shine the light out the back door to the back of the pasture and I see eyes at the back of the pasture. And I thought, well, he's way back in the back. And all the goats was in the barn way on the east side of the property. So I'm like, well, hopefully he's not on the other side of the pasture. So I get my light and I go down there. And by the time I get down there, there's nothing there. And I'm like, what the heck? So I went around the pasture twice. I looked in every shelter, every barn. I went in the yard and looked around. He was nowhere to be found at all. And so then, by then, I'm like getting sick. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We lost the dog the first night.
The first night, he has crawled out somehow, and he's in the woods, and he don't know his name, because we hadn't decided on a name at that point. So then the last place I decided to look was in this barn. And
so, show him where he got under the gate. So we had this gate closed.
Yeah.
And of course he dug under, he didn't really dig, he just got his head under and he just
right
came
here,
over.
Where we have it blocked now.
So this door was open.
Yes, it was open. So I went in there and he was laying down on the floor and he had probably been in there all night. I think that's probably the first place he went to because he was
used to sleeping in the barn with other goats at his prior farm. So.
And there's a light on there, in there all the time. So he went in there and I mean he was perfectly fine when I went in. And
he was sleeping right.
I was so thankful though that he was in there because I thought, oh my gosh, we had lost him. So when I went to go in there, a couple of the big Kiko girls decided to roll him a couple times, and I thought, I'm not going to leave him in here. So
when you went in, he kind of got up and got excited.
Well, yeah,
then they didn't like that, and they rolled him.
He got up and walked towards me.
Right.
And one soccer tawny rolled him, and then one of the black Kiko goats rolled him. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So I brought him back out here with the bucklings. And then I could see him when I walked away. He was frantically trying to figure out how to get back in the barn. And I thought, well, at least I know where he's at if he goes back in there. So Kevin got up the next morning and he was back in the barn with the big goats.
Yeah, he was laying right in the middle of the barn and all the goats was in a big circle just watching him. And it's pretty funny, but the reason they were all in there is because we still lock the adult goats up at night. And then, so last night what we did to try to combat him from having such a large space trying to keep up with these goats, we tightened in their area. So now they're in this really small pen in the nighttime, so they are forced to pretty much sleep with him. And I came out here late last night and kind of looked, and he was just passed out right here on the ground. He's got a doghouse over here because it still does get a little chilly right now, but he's tough, and he wanted to sleep out here on the ground with the goats. And we didn't have any chance of rain or nothing like that. But I look out here and the goats are all laying around, and he's right here in the middle of them. They weren't right on top dogpiling him or anything, but it's a start. It's going to take time. That is the main thing, is patience and time trying to train these livestock guardian dogs. And you guys know I've preached ever since people started saying, hey, you need to get another dog. I've talked to you guys so much about how stressful it is, and there's so many scenarios and different ways. You can ask 100 different people how to raise these things. You're going to get 100 different answers because there's so many variables. Every farm is different, every dog is different, all the animals are different, the setups are different, ages of the animals are all different. There's so much going on. But I got a pro here, is trying to learn it all. She's been researching, watching YouTube videos, Googling everything, getting on some forums, asking for advice, and we're getting a lot of opinions, tons and tons of opinions. Donna, the lady that we got the dog from, she's been very helpful. If I've texted her, asked her a question, she replies quickly and gives me her opinion as well, so it's a good thing. And I guess now you want to feed them. So we're not going to feed them in here. What we're going to do is feed them out there. We're going to put his bowl next to the goat's feeder and feed them both at the same time. And then I'll show you guys what we are doing to prevent the ticks and fleas.
Would not feed him this close.
Alright guys, so right now we're still feeding him the puppy food. And this is what we're giving him to prevent the ticks. And I'll explain this. Let me get it on his food real quick. And this takes 3 scoops.
Okay, we need to be petting him to combat food aggression.
Yeah. This is...
Good boy. There you go. Mix that in. Good boy.
Okay. Alright guys, so what I got here is a product that our friend makes here locally here in Oklahoma. This is called Bug Off. This is what a lot of people turn to if they want to do something that's chemical free, all organic. She makes it herself. You just put a little bit of this product on their feed, and it has all the amounts and dosages and all that on there, but you can read all the ingredients that's on there. It's all pretty much organic, everything. Manufactured and distributed by Wildly Blended in Oologah, Oklahoma, and you can go to www.wildlyblended.com. I'll leave a link down in the description.
And it's a veteran-owned company also.
It is a veteran-owned company. If you guys have been following the channel, back in February, before the Arctic blast came through, she came by and she purchased a goat from us. And what she did is she turned that goat into pretty much snacks or treats for dogs, and she sells all that on her website. She has a dehydrator. It's an awesome little business she has going. She stays super busy, but you can get online and research this and read the reviews, and everybody swears by this. This is a natural way to keep the pests, parasites, off your animals, mostly dogs. I don't know if people really use it for cat. It says for canine use only, so this one wouldn't be for cats, but she has a ton of other products on there. But the way it works is you feed it to them for like a month, just a couple of little scoops in this little scoop for about a month, and then you can feed them just a little bit like every week. And what it does is it changes the odor to where the bugs can smell that, and they have no desire to get on them after they smell what's in this. And supposedly humans can't smell it. But go check out our friend Kinley at wildlyblended.com and at least give this a try. We're going to give it a try, so I can't tell you from personal experience if it works or not, but you can go on there and read the reviews yourself. It's very affordable for what it is. It lasts a while, and most of all, it's not going to harm your fur babies. All right, bud? All right, so we can take this off and let him eat now. I don't think he's going to bother the goats. We'll kind of give him some time with them. So
I was gonna actually take him in and out of the goats, but
we'll let him eat right now. This is good. This is a good sign because you can see he's eating and the goats are eating, and they're looking over at him and they're saying, hey, this guy isn't trying to hurt us and he's right next to us, so that's a really good sign.
And today they did allow him to go right in the middle of them and lay down. And so, I mean, this for the third day.
Hey,
He's still such a puppy.
Yep.
For only being the third day, I mean, I was pretty amazed by that they did allow him to get close. Where is he going?
I'm just putting his food in his leash over here.
Come here, buddy. Come eat your food. Come eat your food. Come eat your food. Yeah, look. Eat your food. You're a growing boy, you gotta eat.
He'll probably eat.
So this routine is the one thing that will be changing, like, for sure. We are going to be doing a feeding station. I've referred to some other channels that actually do this, and we're gonna be setting him up an automatic feeder within a feeding station with a jump gate that he can only get to, and have access to food all day long. So this is something that is for sure we are planning on changing, because growing pups, they need access to as much food as possible.
Yep. He's got some big paws to grow into.
Here. Today I kneeled down like this and he knocked me plumb over.
Yep. He's gonna be growing a bunch every day.
But we are going to socialize him. We're not allowing the kids just to come out here and just play with him, but they are going to be socializing with him every single day.
Yeah, we've got a lot of family and friends that said, I can't wait to see your dog. I want to come see him and hold him and pet him. And we're like, right now is not a good time. We don't even really get to play with him a lot. It's very minimal. I mean, like, very minimal. Rachel comes out, puts the leash on him in the morning. When she turns the goats and the dog loose, she lets him out and she'll take him for a walk and make sure everybody's good, and then she leaves him, and he does cry when we walk out because
he's still a puppy.
Right, and he wants that attention, which the goats aren't really giving him the full-fledged attention yet. So,
but he does have excellent instincts already. I mean, I've witnessed it. He wants to be with his goats. He knows he's supposed to be with his goats.
His bark is already awesome for a livestock guardian dog.
He has got a deep bark.
He's got a fierce bark. He's got a growl. If we come walking around the house, or even sometimes Mojo comes walking around the house, he'll see something in the distance and he will start barking very fiercely. I just got home from work about an hour ago, and when I pulled up and got out of the truck, he was barking pretty loud at me.
He barked at you. But yeah, I mean, it is important to us on our farm that our dogs are social, that, you know, when we have people here come to our farm, that the dogs are socialized among people. Because we definitely don't want a dog that's going to bite you.
Yep. Yeah, we sell a lot of goats here off the farm, and when somebody comes here,
right,
if somebody was looking at a goat and they grabbed one, we don't want him to attack them.
Exactly.
But you do want him to be aware, because you never can trust everybody.
No,
you could have someone walking down the road say, "Oh, there's some goats. Let's go steal them."
Right.
And you want him to guard them from everything.
His job is to bark and alert us and protect the goats from predators.
Right.
So, but we do want him. There he goes.
Yep.
He's barking at Kaya because he's not used to us yet.
What is it, boy? So how did we come up with the name Liske? Elise de Liske. It's hard to say. We had to chop it down, but what that means in Cherokee is the protector. And I come from a long line of Cherokee heritage. I'm a Cherokee citizen, and I'm very proud of it. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was like, we need to have a good, strong name. I think we both agreed. We come up with a few that meant like strong, powerful, but Liske just really seemed like it fit well, and that was the kids' choice.
That was our shortened version.
Yes, that is the shortened version. So how you spell it in the Cherokee language is L-I-S-G-I. Elise de Liske is the long version, so we had to kind of cut it down.
And we changed the spelling so you guys could somewhat pronounce
his proper English name is L-E-E-S-K-E.
Yeah.
So it's just Liske.
That's how we decided.
Yep. So that's his name. That's how we came up with it, and we thought it was real fitting. And that, you know, that's the heartland of Cherokee Nation over that way, the whole North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee area, Kentucky, and I just thought it was really fitting. We thought Smokey was a cool name, but of course that is Chad Adler Farms Livestock Guardian's dog's name, so we didn't want to steal that. So that's what we come up with, Liske. So there is how we come up with the name. I know I said it at the first of the video, and you guys were probably like, "What does that mean?"
Brandy done called me this morning. Dutch and Brandy, they're like, "How do you pronounce that?"
So the long version is Elise de Liske. That means protector in Cherokee, but we broke it down to Liske.
Liske. Yep. We may call him Lee for short. I don't know yet.
Probably will.
But yeah.
Okay, so now that everybody's content and they got their food, we're gonna go ahead and go out and just kind of leave them be. And then later tonight, about dark, we'll come out and we'll pin them up in the small pen tonight. We probably won't show that on video. We'll probably end this video here in a little bit, and then we'll pin up the adults in the barn. So
I gave him some chew toys.
Yeah.
Because, you know, puppies, they need something to chew on.
Yeah, Donna, I was talking to her today. I said, did he have any kind of toys or anything he likes to chew on? And she said, well, if you got any deer antlers, he might like that. And that's actually what Daisy and Mojo love chewing on, was the antlers and the skull. So might have to find some. I know they sell them in the pet stores, right? I think.
I don't know. I know I have some in the front yard, but I'd be stealing from Mojo.
Those are Mojo's, so we're gonna have to find you some chew toys, boy.
Yeah, but I threw him these toys and he just looked at them like, what the heck is that? It was no interest.
Let's get out of here and kind of see if he'll go over there and eat with me.
He will start crying when we walk out.
Let's see if he will.
He will.
Let's just, I'll video it and we'll see. Grab this stuff. See if you can be a big boy.
Here, put it in this bucket.
I got it.
You can't. He's a puppy.
See if he'll go eat by the goat by himself.
What'd you do with the GoPro?
Come on, hand.
Oh.
Okay, so he just went over there, but the goats got kind of scared. So that's pretty much what we've been doing, trying to get him trained up. And you can see some of the goats are scared of him, and then some of them still go over there. They're not worried about him at all, so that's very good progress. Alright guys, so somebody here that watches our channel sent Miss Kaya 2 different bud kits, and she was talking about it on the live, is that's something she was trying to find. We couldn't find them at our local store, and somebody sent 2 boxes that has 2 different bug kits on there, and she started crying. Why did you cry for, sis, when you seen it?
Bug kit.
And that's what you really wanted, right? Well, what do you say?
Thank you.
We don't know who sent them. There wasn't a note in there, so thank you so much to whoever that was. What do you want to say anything else? Have you been using it today or what?
Yep.
And who'd you share with?
Caleb.
Yeah, you shared part of it with Caleb.
Have you found anything?
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
Okay.
She could not wait to make a video on this, so.
And also this
I'm telling you,
picture is really cool because it's
extendable.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm telling you, whoever sent this, You just made this little girl's day, I promise. When she cried, when she opened the box to see what it was, Rachel was like...
I said, you're your mama's daughter.
Exactly. So let's see what you got there, Sissy. Skeeter wants to share it with you.
I caught 2 butterflies.
Already? Hold on. Hold on, I don't see them.
I think they're on the... No.
There they are.
They're little.
So you're not going to keep the butterflies.
No, I'm going to let them go.
But you just wanted to show us on the video.
I caught 2 ladybugs.
Hey, you know what we do with ladybugs?
What?
You turn these loose in Mom and Daddy's garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they eat the bad bugs, the little aphids.
They're really good for your garden.
Yeah, good job. You can put them in the garden and they'll have food and they'll do us a favor.
Can I show them all this?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is what I thought was really cool. It comes in this little kit. It's a little...
Binoculars.
Yeah. And it works really good. You could zoom in like... You can't zoom in, but
Well, yeah,
it
you can,
works really
You can see a long
good.
ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Okay.
So while she's getting that out, the ducks have access to come outside, but they're taking a little break inside. And I know you guys were thinking, some of you were thinking that the feeder we were using, the little yellow one, was getting a little too small, and it was for their beaks. So now Rachel, the other day when she moved all this around, she
upgraded.
She upgraded and used the meat chicken feeder.
To the monster feeder.
And now they got tons of food in there, and they got all kinds of room. What else you want to show us, sis?
Okay. So I have this really cool thing, and it actually helps me a lot with catching butterflies.
Oh, it's like a little, I don't know what you would call it.
I don't know.
You just put it around the bugs, like if you have a bad bug or something you don't really want to touch.
Nope.
You just use that and it squeezes around them. You can put them in your
And
little
also if you have a
cage.
like this is another thing. If
tweezers.
Yeah, if you don't want to touch another bug, you can just use this. This is pretty much for like beetles and big bugs.
That's cool.
And this is probably like for little small bugs. And then I thought this was super duper cool. It comes with their
Compass?
yes. And
So you can't get lost.
no, and then and then you just
Hey,
like
that
it
is
like
cool.
that.
That's very cool.
And it looks super cool.
Wow.
And it was a double kit.
Mhm.
That's what's really cool. So Caleb got to have some of it too, which is awesome.
And then there's this.
Oh, that's neat.
It has like a magnifying
that?
glass on it.
That's neat.
Yep.
Very cool.
And it expands.
Oh,
put it-
look. You can measure your bugs. Look, it's got a measuring tape on the bottom.
Hey, you can tell how long
See
they
how
are.
big they are.
Yep.
It's like a little examination specimen jar.
That's
with a
cool.
magnifying glass on top. What else you got?
Wow. And okay. And then we have a
What?
little flashlight.
Dad, don't be stealing that flashlight.
That's cool.
You stick with your OLED.
Don't be going in no caves exploring looking for bugs.
She also got this hat. She
Oh yeah,
forgot to
come
mention.
with this hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she loves little hats.
And then
And-
I got this really cool whistle. It has a compass on it, and people use some whistles for like if you're in the woods and you're hunting, you just whistle it and let people know that you're in the woods. So if you hear something move, look at it first.
So you don't. Oh yeah, it's.
And also,
Or if
you
you
don't
get
really
lost.
need a compass. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, what else you got?
I got another whistle, and then I'll show you this next.
Okay, come on, show us.
Okay.
Magnifying glass.
And this is super cool.
Look behind you. Look who decided to come out. The Quack Pack.
The Quack Pack. They come out of their duck palace.
Yep.
This is so cool.
I think they seen your little bucket. So, anything else you want to tell them about your kit?
I love it.
You love it. Well,
That's
tell
the
them
best
thank you
kit
one more
I've ever
time,
seen.
whoever sent it.
Thank you so much. So much.
All right. I think
She's our little nature girl.
Yes. So this will keep her busy this summer, and she was already begging to make videos, and Rachel said, "Kaya, this summer I don't have to work anymore. We're gonna have tons of time to make videos and have adventures."
Yes.
So, Anyway, she was already wanting to take it to school and this and that.
I said, no, you can't take it to school.
So anyways, you got anything to say before we wrap it up? I think we've rambled long enough.
I don't know. Did you talk about everything you wanted to talk about?
The main thing in today's video is to tell you the story how we lost our dog and the name, Liske.
Don't eat us up in the comments, please. This is completely...
It's a lot of trial and error.
This is completely new to me and to us. If you follow the channel, you know that we've been fortunate enough that the 3 previous livestock guardian dogs that we've got have all been trained adults.
Yep.
We were so fortunate for all these years. So if I wouldn't have been home full-time on the farm now, this would have not been possible. We couldn't have done the puppy training. So I am going to do everything I can to make this successful. The dog already has the instincts. The previous owner that we purchased him from,
she did a very good job with the puppies.
We actually didn't purchase him.
No, we didn't. A subscriber did that. We still don't know who it was. An
anonymous subscriber actually paid for the puppy, which is awesome. Did you already shared that story
in the last video?
So if you have not seen that story, it is absolutely
a lot of hands were involved.
Amazing.
A lot of hands. And special thanks to Chad with Adler Farms for making a long drive picking him up. But anyways, you caught all out in the last video.
If you haven't, go check it out.
Yep.
But yes, this is completely new. We're going to be probably adjusting some different things, but this is what we're going to try for this moment.
Stay tuned because it's going to be an adventure, I promise you. And we're wanting to add a female dog, but we're not sure if we need to do it now, if we need to wait till he gets a little older. I'm reading some stuff, and I've had a few people tell me that trying to train 2 at the same time, at the same age, is pretty difficult. So I don't know yet. We don't know what we're going to do. We're going to live day by day like everything else and see how it goes. So
yes,
stay with us. Thank you guys for the support.
We appreciate it.
If you're not subscribed, subscribe so you can watch Rachel's training adventures on the puppy, Liske. So I want you guys to practice saying that name and practice spelling it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, like this video, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.